Went out trash picking this morning. It's Saturday, June 21st. This will be the first clip in the summer trash haul videos. So let's get this stuff unloaded. I got some decent things. A lot of it's YouTube video fodder, but we'll go ahead and pull it out. So first thing we can go over is this mower body. Now, years ago, I wouldn't have bothered picking up mower bodies because I've always had a plentiful amount of parts, but now things have changed with the ban in my state. Can't get these things new anymore. Parts have become a little bit harder to find, especially on these. Now, this one is a rear drive model, but really the only reason I picked it up is for parts. It's not something that I think I would ever put an engine onto it, just because the overall shape of it's not that great. And it is missing, you know, the handlebar. It's missing the bag and probably a few other things. But the big thing that I picked it up for was the wheels as well as the handle. So that thing will go with all the other mowers I've got, and we'll get that thing sorted out. Rob parts off of it when I need it. I found an Oric bag without the body. Now, these Oric parts, this one in particular is pretty dirty, but I mainly picked it up for the handle and the bar that attaches everything to it, not necessarily the bag. I don't know if the bag is worth saving, but it's there in case I need it. Then I found these other 4 vacuums, which probably could have left this one. It's not in the best shape, and I don't think I'm gonna try and restore this and fix it. But the other 3 look okay. Well, these 2 anyways. This one, I only picked this one up because it was right next to this one. This one was weirdly enough next to its box. I don't know why they threw it away. I'm expecting that it's got a clog in it. Can't really see down in there too well, but most of the time when people throw something away like this and it's like brand new practically, it's clogged or they broke the belt, which, you know, I didn't even check that. I think the belt's still attached. Kind of hard to tell. I don't see any clogs in there, but we'll get this thing triaged. I have not made a video on one of these yet, so that's kind of why I picked it up. And usually when people look for videos on their stuff, it behooves me to make videos on the newer things as I find them, even though these are inherently worthless. This is not something I would ever buy new or used for that matter. I would never pay any sort of money for this. And it's kind of funny to me that, you know, people just get rid of stuff like this and there's really nothing wrong with it outside of a clog most of the time. I think it's a 2023 model. This thing's barely 2 years old. Let's check this one. This one says 21, so it's probably a 2021. But this one's a swivel. Not really a huge fan of this, but kind of is what it is. I figured if I need any parts, I could pull them off of that one and put it on this one. These things might be similar enough that that would end up working out. Now, this is like the 3rd or 4th one of these that I've picked up. The other ones that I've picked up were not worth fixing, but this one, it might be. It's definitely a little dirty. I already checked the filter. It needs to be replaced. But for testing, it'll be fine. Got some dirt in there. Yep. What do you know? It's clogged. Typical. Typical. People clog their vacuums up and then they just get rid of them. Makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. And this one, can't see if this one's clogged. But usually these kinds of hoovers like to clog up here. Almost always I see them clogged there. So we'll get these sorted out, see if they're worth fixing up, and make some videos on them. Sunday, June 22nd, went out again, picked up one of these. Haven't seen one of these in a while. At least not one that was in this good a condition. But I've got the accessories for it. It's in decent shape. I've already kind of torn into it a little bit, but I've not made a video on it. I will be here pretty soon. Some filter material, new belt. I just need to get some bags for it. But the bag inside it's pretty much like a brick. Can still fit some more junk. I tested it out yesterday on my sacrificial rug, which I now have a replacement for that's a little bit better. This one, it's degrading a bit. So I'm gonna toss this one, end up using one of these, probably this one. But let me preface this by saying that obviously neither one of these are gonna go into a house ever. This one's an outside rug, but that one probably put right there, and then that outside rug, I'm probably gonna put it underneath the John Deere. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But I also found another bag. Unfortunately, this is for a electric mower, but the setup looks similar to an MTD mower. So maybe this will work on an older MTD. I'm not too sure yet. Kind of have to wait until I get one in hand before I can even try it. So I did a quick trash run. Only found this Bissell Power Force Compact, which I just did a video on. There aren't really much to write home about, but good donation unit. There's the model number 2112. Just cleared the clog. That was all that was wrong with it. All right, so end of July trash run on a Sunday. Didn't really pick up much, just picked up some stuff for videos. I don't know if these three are even worth pursuing. I picked up that one because these have been romanticized to hell and back by the kids that watch my videos. And every time I've done a video on one of these, they do really well. So this thing needs some work. Good old Bissell, what is it, Power Force? Is that what these were called? Power Force Helix. Needs some work. The foot release, it's not springing back anymore. So I don't know if these things had like a clip that went up like that and they just wear out over time, or if there's supposed to be a spring here and that's disappeared. I have some springs in my hardware that I could probably use and make work, but we'll have to see what's going on with it. Overall, it's in pretty decent condition. The only thing I'm missing for it is this brush, but it's got everything else. And then some of these actually came with another one of these that went up to here, and it had a handle on it, but this one obviously doesn't have that. There's probably nothing wrong with it. It's probably just clogged. These are really, really simple to break down and take apart. These are kind of the same thing, very simple. This one, no clue if it does. All three of these machines have had the cords cut off, of course, because why wouldn't they? That's what always happens. And this one actually looks like it's in decent shape. And of course, the cord, like I said, has been cut off. This one's got one of the rewind cords. In other machines, I have taken these apart and wired in a new cord into them, but we might actually get a little lucky with this one. I don't even think this is that old. $23, a year and a half old, I would guess, maybe 2 years, coming up on 2 years. And what do you know? I imagine that's why this was thrown away. It's got some sort of pin or something that's stuck in there, so we'll have to pull that out. Such a shame. And of course the tweakers get to it and cut the cord off. Typical. So we'll see if we can get this thing fixed up. Also found some tools and attachments. I didn't realize how bad this was until I just looked at it, so that's trash. Turbo tool, Dyson part. This came off of a Hoover. I think this is for a Bissell. This is for a Bissell as well. And then to finish off what I picked up in this load, I've already tested these, they both work. This one, nothing wrong with it, just kind of old and worn out a bit. This one works, but it sounds like the clutch inside's going bad or the gear is stripped out, which goes from the motor to the gear train. So might take this apart and see what's going on with it. Kind of the shitty thing about a lot of this stuff is you can buy a brand new one of these, $100 just the tool only. It's much more cost effective to just buy a brand new tool. You've already got the batteries, and that's probably what this owner did. So might take this one apart, see what's going on with it, or give it to my brother because he's got a whole bunch of DeWalt stuff. Monday, July 28th, just got back from another quick trash run. Just got off work a bit ago. And of course, I find another one of these things. This one also has the cord removed. This works. Missing the accessories. Here is this one. It's a 2013, so this one's actually 2 years older than that one. So it looks like it's in decent shape. And really, the only reason why I'm picking these things up is they do really well in videos. That's really the only reason. I'm not particularly fond of these. They are simpler and easier to work on than the newer Bissell machines. But outside of that, there's really not a whole lot that's special about them. And of course, yeah, this one is messed up. So that's unfortunate. But we might be able to pull some parts off of this thing and install them on that one. So let's get all this stuff unloaded and I'll show you guys what I got. So this is all I found in this load. Pretty decent amount of stuff. Unfortunately, 2 of these vacuums I don't believe are going to be worth pursuing. So let's get started with the Power Force. This one, as I showed you guys, it's cracked, the power nozzle. You can get new power nozzles for these still. I don't know what all else this thing has wrong with it. I may end up using it for parts for that one, but we'll see. Maybe this thing is worth throwing a new power nozzle on it. I have to price those out and see if they're worth it. Of course, before I do any of that, I'm going to have to patch into this cord and see if it'll even turn on and see if the motor sounds okay. That's another thing too. If the motor is good in this one, but it's bad in that one, we'll do a motor swap. On this ladder, I thought it was a pool ladder at first, like on one of those above ground pools. Nothing wrong with it. So we'll use that for out here, or I'll take it to the house, one of the two. Don't know why they threw it away, but it's in really good shape. Really nice to have this around too. Lawn Boy bag will also work on Toro mowers. This one's got a hole in it, so obviously I would replace it if I ever found a mower that it fit on. Then we can start on these vacuums. This one is not going to be worth pursuing. And I completely forgot how heavy these things were. This is easily the most heaviest vacuum that I have out of all of these. Parts for these have been no longer available for years at this point. I don't even know if you can still get filters for them. Yeah, they did not have much in the way of filtration. They had what they claimed was a HEPA filter here, but it doesn't really matter if the machine itself is not sealed. I don't know if the parts for this thing are actually worth something to somebody. They are starting to yellow. It looks like it's complete. But as is with the build quality of these, it left a lot to be desired, because you can see just the plastics have started deteriorating so much that they drilled holes through the neck here and then threw zip ties through it to keep everything together. It's safe to say that they got the money out of it, that's for sure. But of course, you start getting this Tygon hose, and these start to deteriorate after a while. So unfortunately, if this has holes in it, that effectively just totaled the machine without all that. So kind of really an interesting vacuum. Definitely a little bit more involved, a little bit better maybe than some of the newer stuff that Bissell's made, like that thing. Again, that's not saying much. So maybe we'll do a retrospective on this, and if the parts are worth scrapping from it, I'll see what they're going for on eBay. If not, we'll do a full teardown. Either way, you guys will see that. This Hoover wind tunnel looks like it's mostly in one piece. I have no clue if any of these work or power on yet or not. Let's see. Maybe that's a 2015? Not sure. Hard to say. Probably it looks like it's a 2015. Hoover has not had these selectors on their machines for a while that I'm aware of. This Dyson kind of has a funky smell to it. The filters are definitely bad. Outside of that, it looks like it's complete in one piece. I forget how Dyson dates their machines. This is a UP20. I already checked that filter. It's dirty. It needs to be changed. This brush roll, really dirty, really nasty. I've got like a new brush roll on the shelf that I know should work on this. So if this thing is worth fixing, then we'll look into that. It's definitely dirty, and unfortunately it's reached the point in its life where this tubing has started to deteriorate. It's not split yet, but it's definitely on its way there. So this thing may or may not be worth fixing or pursuing. And then of course you have this tube that's in here as well, and this one feels okay, so it might be fine there, but we'll have to look at this thing and see what all is wrong with it, see if it's worth going any further with it. Kind of surprisingly, I found a like new Cherry Bomb muffler. This is a glass pack, and they're not worth a whole lot. I think they sell for like 80 bucks new or something like that. Might just keep that around in case I get another junk car, and then I'll have a muffler all ready to install on it. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, these things aren't all that expensive, but it was cool to find it. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the way you look at it, I found this Miele, I think this is the, I don't know which model this is. It's a 2015 though. Looks to be in good shape, power nozzle. Then of course, I found this piece, and it looks like the homeowner decided to, I don't know, destroy it, hit it against something. Maybe somebody ran it over. I have no idea. Really unfortunate, because this would have been good to have. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just the nature of this stuff when you find it. But it looks like it's complete. I might run a power lead to it and see if we can get it to turn on or not, and then maybe we'll do a service on it. I don't have anything to install it on. The Miele that I use is a bench vac, unfortunately has had the electrical cord cut. So the cord that goes down the hose is no longer operational on that thing. Then I found some Dyson accessories. So no small engine stuff these couple runs. Hopefully we'll find some here pretty soon, but definitely got some vacs for some more videos in the future. Stay tuned.